So we can scrub to the offside frame, select 4 points that you know are parallel to the goal line. Click detect players. Then you want to select the players that are relevant to your offside. Select which one of the defenders is, select the direction of the attack. You click build 3D scene, and boom, in under 2 seconds, you have a generated offside image with a verdict that says offside. If you watched professional soccer recently, you've seen it. A goal gets scored, the celebration starts, and then everything freezes and a verdict appears. Offside. It looks like magic, it's also extremely expensive. The semi-automated offside systems used at the top of the professional game are very impressive engineering, but they're out of reach for the average person. They can cost over $1 million to install and operate, rely on a rig of synchronized cameras around the stadium, and need a team of operators in a control room. I wanted to build a tool that could take any footage and run the same analysis for free. Hi, my name's Alex. I'm an implementation engineer here at RoboFlow, and today I'll be showing you how to build your own offside VAR system. To get started, we're going to need a couple of different things. First, we're going to upload and scrub the clip. Then we're going to auto-detect the goal lines, detect the players, select the ones that we want for our offside, reconstruct the ones that we have selected in a 3D space, and place them on the pitch. Finally, we get a nice 3D scene as an output with a verdict, offside or not. The first step that we need to do is find the vanishing point. Why? Because all goal parallel lines will converge at that point in a perspective image. By knowing it, it lets us draw a line through any player that's guaranteed parallel to the goal line, despite the camera perspective. Even though on this image it looks like the lines are not parallel, we know that in reality they are. To do this, we're going to have to use HSV line detection. HSV stands for hue saturation value, and by using a threshold of known colors, like the white lines on green grass, we're able to find those colors easily. So it makes finding lines trivial. It takes milliseconds on the CPU, requires no GPU, and no training data, no annotation. After we apply the mask, we can identify the lines that are parallel and perpendicular to the goal line. We can find the longest candidates to keep. So here you see we've got some lines perpendicular to the net and lines that run parallel to the net. We keep the best subjects, and those are the lines that are used for our offside. So you might ask yourself, why not use a key point model? They exist, they're widely available. You can create one yourself, but you need good training data and the GPU to run it, whereas HSV is much quicker and you can visibly see when it fails. As a fallback, we can always draw 4 lines on our image. Next, we're going to go to player detection. For player detection, we're going to use RoboFlow's RF-DETR. We can use this to either segment the players or find bounding box detections. Now, RoboFlow RF-DETR is state-of-the-art architecture. It's really fast and fully open source. You can find on GitHub here if you want to try it out yourself. Here's how it looks in practice. When we combine the two, we can get the player bounding boxes as well as the HSV lines for the offside candidates to give us a full representation of the field. I've gone ahead and I've built this workflow out in RoboFlow workspaces. This was actually really easy with the RoboFlow's new feature, the agent. All I had to do was describe to it in natural language what I wanted, similar to how you would talk to Claude or Cursor, and it was able to spin out this workflow. I actually had to connect no blocks myself because the agent did that all for me. So how it works is that we have a player segmentation model that's running here. We're using RF-DETR segmentation large. With that, we're getting our player count, player masks, player boxes, and then using a custom Python script, we're getting the HSV filter. This is all running serverlessly on API, and the workflow will be linked below for you to try. As you can see, if we run it on a sample image, it might take a few seconds to load up if I haven't run it in a while. And we'll get some really nice outputs that give us all the tools that we need to recreate our scene in 3D. Here you can see we get the HSV line filtering to get the line candidates. We're getting our player segmentation, player bounding boxes, all of the HSV line candidates, the ones that are the longest, perpendicular, and parallel to the goal, in a couple different formats. So all the tools that we need to create the 3D space are now available for us. What takes this from just being a 2D model into something magical is SAM 3D Body. Sam 3D Body is Meta's new model that allows you to create a full 3D human mesh from a single 2D image. It uses a momentum human rig, labeled body key points, and skeleton separated from the surface shape. Now, unfortunately, this model is gated, and its restrictively licensed weights are available on Hugging Face, but only upon request. They're quite heavy. It's 7 gigabytes of download and 24 gigabytes RAM to run, which is why it can't run on RoboFlow yet. The good news, SAM 3 is fully available on RoboFlow, and I believe SAM 3D, not SAM 3D Body, might also be coming soon. If you want to try SAM 3D Body out yourself, I will link a link to their online playground. It's fully available by Meta, where you can upload an image, select people, and get their meshes simply by clicking on whichever person you want to generate. So here you can see we're getting a full 3D skeleton reconstruction as well as mesh. The nice thing about this is that you can recreate the VAR with as many or as few players as you want. So really, you could recreate a full game with all of the players on the pitch. That might be a little bit compute intensive and slow to run, but it is possible. Here's another example where, we're placing all of the players on the field. Next, let's see how this all works in practice. Here, I've created a Hugging Face space where you can try this out yourself. First, we're going to upload our clip. We're going to scrub. Here, I'll play it for you so that you can see. So this is the Egypt versus Iran game where the goal was called offside at the very last second. So we can scrub to the frame of the offside. I know it's going to be around here. Maybe a little bit further back. Nope. There we go. So we can scrub to the offside frame. You can choose to auto detect lines. However, the HSV filtering and line detection system makes the best guess, so sometimes you just have to flip the line direction. Or if the HSV filtering fails for whatever reason, or you're using amateur footage where the lines aren't as clearly visible, you can always do this manually by selecting 4 points that you know are parallel to the goal line. Like that, boom, you have your lines. Next, we're going to detect our players. You can use either RF-DETR segments, RF-DETR boxes, or VIT detection boxes. Click detect players. They're in under a second. All of them are detected. Then you want to select the players that are relevant to your offside. So we're going to want the second to last defender and the forward most attacker, or the player that receives the ball. Select which one of the defenders is. Select the direction of the attack. You click build 3D scene. And boom, in under 2 seconds, you have a generated offside image with a verdict that says VAR offside. You can see, just like in the World Cup this year, 2026, the player was offside by just a toe. The neat thing about this is that if rules are different, and I know in some leagues you choose the player's forward-most part, the defender's forward-most part, to determine offside. Sometimes it's the feet, sometimes it's the shoulders. You can actually manually adjust the offside plane by scrubbing it to the exact place on the player that you want. So, easy to play around with. Now, let's reset this just so that we have a clear image. I've also added a generate clean 3D scene version here, which exports a 3JS version where you get the goal direction, the verdict, and a clean image that you can export, save as PNG, or export the full 3D scene and add it to your website, any demo, things like that. To show you how powerful this all is, let's run this on an amateur game. So I'm going to upload a new clip here. Again, you can see this was shot from the sidelines of a kid's soccer game. I'm going to scrub to the frame where the offside happened. So you see red is attacking to the right. We're going to try to auto-detect lines, but you can see they're very faint, and even flipping line direction doesn't work for this kind of video quality. So we're going to manually select by selecting 4 points to draw our lines parallel to the net. Again, we're going to detect players. Here we know we want number 10 as the attacker and number 9 as the defender. Select the attacker and defender. Click build 3D scene. And boom, look how quickly we get a representation, even on amateur footage, of the offside. Again, generate clean 3D scene in 3JS, and you have something that you can export, share to the stadium, share with the parents, post on the website. As I mentioned, you can select more than just the 2 players, and if you wanted to, you can actually get a full recreation of the pitch. So if we were to select more players, we know our defenders are number 9, 8, 7, and 5. So we can select them, leave the attackers as is. If we click Build 3D Scene plus Offside line, this might take a little bit longer just because there's more people in the image. You see that now all of the players are getting placed in their respective positions, which is pretty wonderful. To help identify the players, the defenders are in blue, the attackers that are onside are in green, and any attacker that is in an offside position will be labeled in red. If you want to try this out yourself, you can duplicate the space by clicking on the Hugging Face link. When it opens up, it will be empty. Just keep that in mind. That's because it's not free to run, and it's quite expensive to keep running all the time, so I will pause it. But you click the 3 dots nonetheless, click Duplicate the space. You want to select custom hardware, so you will need a GPU that is likely at least an NVIDIA L4 or higher. This costs about 80 cents per hour to run, so for a game that's an hour and a half, if you want to keep it running and keep this on the ready to quickly generate offside images, it'll cost you about $1.60, so under $2 for the whole match. Then you're going to need to add your Hugging Face token, and click Duplicate Space. That's it, you're done. You can now run this yourself. To show you how powerful this technology is from just a single camera view, here we have an example from the 2026 World Cup, where Iran was famously offside by just the player's butt, dubbed the butt offside. And here I have a side-by-side comparison of the official VAR image released by FIFA for that game and the VAR image that was produced by my single camera system. So you can see just how similar they are and how accurate the system is from just one camera. Now, of course, one camera will never be quite as good as multiple camera system that's fine-tuned with hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars of technology around the stadium, but this is quite good, and this is very accurate and helps revolutionize the game for leagues that can't afford the high tech. Here's another example from the 2026 World Cup. This was Iran versus Egypt, where they got the last second goal denied for the player's toe being offside. Again, you can try this by cloning the Hugging Face space, or if you want, all the code is uploaded here on GitHub. So feel free to take it, fork it, try it out yourself. I would love to see people implement this for more little leagues. If you do, please do share your examples, suggest improvements, and I want to see this used in sports all across the world. We're here to democratize computer vision, so thank you very much for listening. I hope you try this out and build something great.